Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of What's the Vegetable. Today we are going to talk about upland cress, also known as land cress. Very similar to flavor as watercress, the upland cress is just much easier to grow and they can tolerate really cold temperature. So usually people would grow them in the early spring or the late fall because in the summertime they will start to bolt very quickly. So if you love watercress and you are having trouble growing watercress because watercress do require a very wet climate to grow well, and if you are not able to provide that condition for cress, but you want the flavor of the watercress, then upland cress is actually a good option. So I am growing these in hydroponic as well as soil. They do both really well, but hydroponic grow these plants really fast. Sometimes you would find these in grocery stores and they have the roots still on. You buy a whole package and that's basically the same thing. They grew those in hydroponic and they just pull it up, bag it up and sell it at the grocery stores, and those will stay fresh for a very long time because the roots are still intact. So let's go ahead and take a closer look and I'll show you what these look like and talk a little bit about it. Okay, here is a closer look at the plants grown in hydroponic. And with cress, you can throw a bunch of seeds into one net cup and just allow them to grow. And because of their habits, they just grow these leaves here. You can put many plants in one area like this here. You can see I have a ton of them. And usually that's how you would find them in grocery stores. They will have like a bundle with multiple plants in one with the roots and stuff like that all still intact and nice and fresh. So very similar to the watercress, they do have these circular leaves, but these are just a little bit different. I've grown watercress before, and if you're interested in what they look like, you can check my other video. I'll link you so you can see, but they do have these little circular leaves that look somewhat similar, but they're just a very slight different. But the flavor is actually really nice. You have that nice peppery flavor, a little greenish like the vegetable green taste, but the best part is the nice peppery flavor, which makes the plants very interesting. And they're in the same family as other cress, like the weeds that you find in your garden. In the South, people call these, I think, creasy greens, upland cress or land cress, but they're basically the same thing. So these are the hydroponic ones, and let me show you the soil ones. Okay, so here are some in soil, and these are very easy to grow. So you basically can just direct sow, throw the seeds into a designated area, a pot or whatever, and they will grow if the conditions are right. So of course they prefer the cooler climate. We have been getting very nice climate, so that's why they're still doing okay. Usually by this time in May it gets really hot, so these guys will begin to bolt, but now they're still doing very well. Okay, here are more, and exactly what I did to the other ones, I did the same here. I just threw a bunch of seeds in here and they would just grow all over the place. You see how the leaves are like this here, and with these you can just harvest a few leaves at a time, and that way you don't cut the whole plant, and then they will keep putting out more leaves. And so this is what it looks like. At this stage they're still nice and tender. Sometimes they can grow much larger than this and they become a little bit more fibrous. So harvest them when they're still nice and tender, around this size here, and they're perfect for a salad. I love to saute them with just garlic and a little bit of butter and some salt, and they're just delicious. So yeah, they're great in salads. You can cook them, but I prefer them raw. So I have some over there as well. And here, again, I have them in another container. I just threw a bunch of seeds in here and they just grow everywhere. So as you can see, they're very easy. So you don't have to grow them inside in containers and then move them outside later. You can just throw seeds in your pots and they will grow. and I have some over there too. So I love these cress, so that's why I grow them everywhere. Okay, now that you can see how easy they are, another reason to grow them is because they're very low maintenance and they don't get a lot of pests. The only problem that I've gotten so far are leaf miners. So those are the only things that I've seen. Aphids seem to not bother these too much, and because these plants prefer the cool months, there's usually no butterflies, so I don't get any worms or anything like that. So again, the only pests that I've gotten so far are leaf miners and possibly the roly-polies, which is the pills bugs. So yeah, when you grow these, they're usually going to be very good looking, no damages, and super green and just healthy, because they're easy and they're very resistant to most pests. So anyway, that is upland cress, land cress, creasy greens. Give them a try, and if you do, please come back and let me know if you like them or not. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.